Good, whatever it is, I'm Antalous, welcome back to Space Engineers. So, I've made a slight change of plans. Also, I should probably hide that GPS. I don't think we need to see that we're 1,800 kilometers away from base. So, we have found some resources here. There's gold right there, and there's nickel over there. Need to shut off a few things to show on HUD. I'm not gonna actually worry about getting all the resources to build a ship first. I'm just gonna build the ship and then go from there, because I think I probably have most everything I need to get a ship built. And I was thinking I was gonna do hydrogen. I've gone back on that decision, and the reason is I've got some thrusters, and I'm just gonna grind one of them down. Like, honestly, maybe I'm gonna grind down one of the large thrusters on the back. I'm not a huge fan of that idea, but I think I need something that's a little bit more long-term than hydrogen. And a mining ship is fine to be hydrogen, but it's also best not to be hydrogen, just because you don't need it to accelerate real quick. A fighter, on the other hand, I probably will go hydrogen, although, let me pull it up. The hydrogen tank, this is the normal one, and this is the small ship one, and that's huge. And so, that means I'm going to add another mod. There needs to be smaller options for hydrogen tanks. And that tank is fine to build around, but not for fighters, and hydrogen is the main thing I want on a fighter. What I'll probably end up doing, oh, my oxygen is low, is I will build a fighter using ion. And then I will... oh, lost my train of thought. I will add on, like, hydrogen afterburners, so that... crouching or something? Nope. Just running really slow. I'll add on hydrogen afterburners so it can get out of there if it needs to. Like, it's something I'm hoping I really don't need, but I'm also really hoping I don't need shields too. Also, as of recording this right now, there have only been 2 suggestions on what to name this ship, and they are Soulfire and Eden's Hope. And so I've been thinking about it, and to be honest, I really like both of those names. They're both pretty cool. But I feel like this ship is more of an Eden's Hope than a Soulfire. So I think this big ship, I'll probably end up calling Eden's Hope. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. And Soulfire will be a ship in the future. I'm thinking Soulfire sounds more like a fighter craft than a large... I'd probably call this a cruiser. Like, it's... I don't know. It's kind of in a funny range, I feel like. It's got more speed than firepower, my thoughts. And so, I would call this a cruiser. I'll actually post a link to this mod in the or not this mod, to this ship, the unmodified version, in the description, hopefully, of this video if I can remember. If not, then I'll do it somewhere eventually. And so, let's see, I do not have the resources on me to get started building. So we're going to build our mining craft. Someone did ask me for a tutorial. I think I will probably do a straight up tutorial at some point. But for now, I'm just going to explain, we need a few more things. What I'm doing to build a ship. And so the first thing is, you got to start off with something. You don't have to start off with the same block anymore as you used to. Why can't I scroll screens? That's funny. I can't change my toolbar. Nope. Okay. So usually you can press the arrow keys near the M key on the keyboard to switch screens. I can't seem to do that at this moment, so we're going to stay on this one screen. I am not going to weld any of this stuff either because of a mod I have, the build and repair system. I always like starting off the landing gear. That used to be how you had to start any separate ship. We're going to need a landing gear, we're going to need a connector, because I want to be able to transfer things. We're going to need some ion thrusters, and really it's just whatever type you want to use. Ion for space, and atmospheric for ground. Hydrogen does both. Given this is a dedicated spaceship, I feel like ion makes the most sense. And then we need a cargo container, so we have a place to store things. I'm going to go with the medium one. I am a big fan of the medium one. And what else do we need? We need a gyroscope. And we're going to need a connector too. And given what we're using, we're only going to need the small tubes, because we're just going to pass ore through it. And we're going to need a drill and an ore detector to help us find our deposits. So press 2. And so you can press 2 again to get to the smaller landing gear. We'll just drop that down. I'll do painting of this later too. Oh, I'm an idiot and I forgot a cockpit. That is kind of vital. So the fighter cockpit's nice. I really like it, but given this is a mining ship, the normal cockpit actually has slightly better view. I don't think it's as durable, but we're going to go with just this, and I'm going to move that landing gear later too. Oh, and given we're in space, I'm going to want an oxygen generator. Oxygen generator, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up these conveyor ports. So, given you can see them right there, they line up with the 2 yellow ones on this side. Turn off T because that's just annoying. That should have that line up, I believe. And we're going to do our cargo container, and the conveyor is going to work out like that. That's a large connector on the back there. Perfect. And this is just the standard ship I've built a bajillion times, approximately. And then we're going to do our connectors next. And I like doing the the conveyors blocks on the corner rather than a corner piece, because that lets us run other things off of it later. So just gotta decide which way these drills go. I think I'm gonna do it this way. I feel like they just work a little bit better like that. And honestly, they probably don't. That's just my preference. We're going to mirror over here, which is not so easy to do in survival. So if you're wondering how to do this without the mod that I'm using, it's just you get out your welder and you look at the parts everything needs. I'll show you that in just a moment too. 8, we get our drill, stick that drill on the end, and perfect. And then that will, oh, I am so used to connecting this in the back, not the bottom. But let's go see, because this ship connects in the bottom. I think I'm just gonna do that, and then we'll do, this is where I'm gonna run one of the corner tubes. We're just gonna connect it like that, and that's not the best, oh wait. Do it off the side as well. It's not the best to have just one connection point, because if that point breaks, you're kinda doomed. But that's why I'm adding in these side ones too. You don't need more, it doesn't speed anything up to have more connection points. It's just a good design principle. Multiple points of failure. Okay. And, oh, we still need a reactor or a battery and thrusters and the gyro. My gyro, I'm actually going to tuck back up in here, and I'm going to want this thing with many gyros, because when you're mining, a craft will shake. I'm sure these are not going to be rotated the same way. So we're going to go for a more compact design. Again, this is just the same design I use for everything. It's really basic, nothing fancy. And then our ion thrusters, we're going to recess these a little way because they will burn anything that that connector connects to. We're going to go like that. Come around to the other side. Same thing there. So that's 4 forward. And we're going to need a bunch in every direction. There's 6 directions: forward, backwards, up, down, left, right. And so having something in all 6 means that you can move in all 6 directions. Go like... Why can't I build that right there? Thought I was... Well, the red box just means you can't build it for one reason or another. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be able to build that. It just doesn't like it for one reason or another. And here. Down, forward, or 4 forward, 4 down. And counting is not my strong suit today. Given nothing's going to be off the front, there shouldn't be any harm in doing it just like that. I'm going to need a spot. Stick some more. Will that burn my drills? So thrusters have an area where they will do damage, and it matches the size of the thruster. I think it's about 3 blocks in front of it. It's just better safe to avoid. It's safer to avoid building around it than to burn off your drills or anything like that. So I'm gonna do 2 down here instead. So we've got forward, backward, up. We have no down currently. We don't have any left or right. So this is not the most beautiful craft. We're only going to go 3 in each on the left and right too. And then we need down thrusters. And probably what we're missing right now, why they're not finishing, is we're lacking a resource, the thruster components. Oh, I guess just it wasn't a connection point before. And we still need, oh no, we've got the gyros. We need reactors and the ore detector. So my ore detector, I'm just gonna set right there. And then reactor. I always underpower my designs. And so what I'm thinking I might do, I'm going to take those conveyor blocks again, because these will feed power elsewhere. And we're going to run these through here. And we're going to go reactors off of this. Now, to get something in a reactor, you need to have power, which creates a whole new issue that your device, or you can't power your reactors until it's powered. It's not going to be powered until your reactors are powered. And do we want to do a reactor spine? I kind of like that idea. I'm going to not do it just as I don't want to overkill on reactors. That's 6 reactors, which might be overkill, it might not. Okay. Then let's get out my welder. Let's see what I'm missing, and I'm missing thruster components. Yeah, just thruster components. And reactor components. Okay, so we're going to go order these up from the assembler. So I pressed I on the cargo container to get to my inventory and then click on production. So we're not going to be able to build that yet. Have everything I need. Oh, we're disassembling, that's why. That was dumb of me. Assemble. Reactor components, I need 3 per reactor, 6 reactors, 18. Find them on this list. And I believe, for the most part, this list is actually alphabetical. Then, so it tells me what it's missing. Iron, gravel, silver. Iron we've got. We do have some silver ore. So I gotta get that to a refinery in order for that to be of any use. The iron has to make it to this. Gravel, gotta have some, right? Gravity generated components, it's finding me. So no, we are out of gravel. Gravel is just the basic rock. Thruster components. Let's go find a thruster that we feel like we're not going to miss too much. Has to be an ion thruster. So we have 5 over there and none in the back. We have 6 on top right here. We have a few large ones. So with that mod, I'm just going to paint this a color to have it remove it. And then that should be able to let us finish up all the thrusters on this. Let's see, am I missing anything else? I don't think so. And we will replace that ion thruster. Oh dear. We're no longer airtight inside, so we've definitely got to replace that thruster. That one, and Shift P to match the color. Place it, and that will hopefully reseal it, even though we can't finish it up. We don't have, oh, we have most of the thruster components because we didn't finish this. Okay, so I'm gonna have to paint it to get rid of it again. Press P to open my color menu. Oh, I did put one that was just the large ion thruster. Color it again by middle clicking. Even though the color didn't change, it's because it's the unfinished model. And then once this finishes, we will put that back in. Business shipment. We're not in fighting shape right now. Oh, and then we need the reactor components. Wait, should just check if I have those. No, I do not. Not much of a surprise. Still, it's a little... Oh, I need to get up my grinder. I know I had those resources and I kind of left them behind. And that's my fault, but honestly I would make the same decision again because I was worried about flying weight. There we go. So that's access to this. Toss in that. And we're getting our silver. So this will have to get to our assembler in order for that to be a... So assembler 13. Looks like we have 2 of them labeled assembler 13. Wow. Assembler 13, we're going to show it on HUD. And that will help us find where it's actually located. It's probably enough silver right there. Oh, and we don't have the gravel either. Let's grab some of the iron. But I do have an issue with my conveyor system that things aren't getting around. And I've looked into it and I can't find where the issue exists. Clearly it's a thing. And it might just be a game bug, or it might just be me. So let's go find the assembler. Folder. Assembler. Oh, it's in that room. My hydrogen is getting low, as you can see in the bottom left, too. I will need to refill that soon. Assembler 13. Okay, this is the right one, as it now shows it's just missing the gravel. So it needs 27 out of 700 available, and we're using 9 of 33. So gravel is really easy, it's just stone. Let's grab our drill. And we'll go and get that resource, and that will be this ship functionally complete. I didn't put my jumpstart reactor on it though, that was a mistake I've made. Oh. And you can look at the door frame and just press the F key. I believe is the default to get it to open and close. I'm not actually seeing any stone nearby. This is all ice. Could be an issue. So I think I'll... Oh, and this darker patch usually indicates there's some sort of resource below it. But I think nickel boulder might be a good place to look. Oh, there's silver there too. This is where I'm going to call this an episode. Just because I'm just hunting for a single resource, not the most exciting thing I can do. And I can do this off camera. But anyways, I'm Antalous. I will catch you later.